It is finally time. It seems like so much time has gone by, and it has, but kind of hasn't. I mean, we did our family tour 2025 in January of 2025. It is now the beginning of May, and I have been delayed in making my video because I have been working on some other stuff that I'm doing for me and my family. And now it is time for me to make this video. So here we go. We left for Harlem, New York. Me, Trey, Alexis, Zoe. This was my first time driving to New York. It was something that I never wanted to do, an extremely daunting task. And I didn't want to let fear or anything else stop me from having the opportunity to establish new relationships with my family. So in New York is my cousin Carmen and her husband, cousin Daryl. And I drove there, y'all. Like, what? So anyway, we made it after a long 9-hour trip from Raleigh to Harlem. And what follows is a summary of our trip. We got to spend wonderful time with cousin Carmen. We got to spend wonderful time with cousin Daryl, with Samantha, Sammy, as Uncle Richard called her, Z, with Spencer. We didn't get to hang out with them as much just because they had to leave, but I'm glad we at least got to meet them. So we spent time with cousin Carmen. We spent time with cousin P. Let me make sure I ain't putting you on Front Street, cousin. Cousin Carmen is related to me because her dad, Uncle Richard, is my dad, Dwight Walker's older brother. So we are first cousins. And I also got to spend time with cousin P, who is related to me. He is my first cousin because his mom, Aunt Dee Dee, is my father, Dwight Walker's older sister. So these are the main connections that we made up there. So you'll see what happens and what follows. Just spent time, getting to hang out with family, getting to be a total tourist because this was our first trip to New York City as a family, and my first time going there since I was a teenager. So we went and we did. And then after we left Harlem, we were there for 3 days, I believe. After we left Harlem, we drove from Harlem down to Rockville, Maryland, where we got to go and stay with cousin Kenneth and his wife Jatone. And we arrived there after a terrifying drive, extremely stressful, in a snowstorm between New Jersey and Maryland. It snowed pretty much the entire way back. So I'm already driving out of my element, totally scary. But then the roads being slick and the GPS taking us on all these back roads, you guys, it was so terrifying. It was. But we made it. But we didn't get to spend a lot of time with cousin Kenneth and cousin Jatone because we only were spending one night there and it took forever to get there. But they greeted us with such hospitality, as always. I cannot imagine warmer people than the ones that I've got in my family. So Jatone made spaghetti for us and we just sat around and talked. Jatone had to work the next day, but we just spent a nice time talking and hanging out and getting to, just go over memories and stuff like that. And Kenneth did show me some photos that I had never seen before. So that was wonderful. And then part 2 of this will be cousin Carmen's house tour. Cousin Carmen has a beautiful brownstone in Harlem. And so she gives us a full tour from top to bottom. Cousin Carmen is like a fascinating person. She is a creative at heart, like so many of us, I'm finding out. And she is a carpenter. Like, she does woodworking. She builds furniture. She builds cabinets. Like, she builds household stuff. Like, she can make a chair. She can make a dresser. Like, what? I had no idea this stuff about her. So she showed me some of her workshop and all of that. So I'm just so glad I got to have that opportunity to learn these things about her and to spend time. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I hope you enjoy, family. Love you guys. All right. I meant to do this yesterday or the day before, but here we are. Or here I am, but here we are in Harlem, New York. We've spent one night here in my beautiful cousin's home. And this is my first time driving here. My dad's from Harlem and my cousin lives here and with her beautiful family. And I'm so glad I had a chance to meet her children yesterday. Yeah, me, Trey, Alexis, and Zoe, and we are here. We spent one night. I'm in the car now. I had to move my vehicle because they do the street sweeping on one side. And so I had to make sure that I moved my car, and I'm moving it back. And now I'm waiting for this, I don't know if you can see it, this white Toyota to get out of the way. But that was a perfect time to just check in and say, we here, we in New York. I drove to New York. Like, I drove to New York and I can barely believe it. So I'm just so happy to have been brave enough to come out of my comfort zone, to come and see family, to introduce my children to their family that they haven't met before, and just give us a chance to get out of the house, to broaden our horizons, to mingle, to interact, and to learn and to grow. And so here we are, and I'm vlogging in the car, and people are walking by, and it's okay because it's 2025 and people do such a thing. And so I'm amazed at the diversity that has impacted this part of New York. I mean, I've seen it. I've heard about Harlem. I've been here like once when I was a teenager, once or twice. And, you know, from the things my family has told me, this was not what I was expecting to see. So we're going exploring today. We're going exploring. Like, we're going to actually walk these streets on our own after we go out to eat with Cousin Carmen for lunch. So yeah, we'll see what we can get into. All right.
About Harlem is that the people who live here are not necessarily black people. I mean, there's a lot of, it's now predominantly white.
Wow. Which is something I would never expect to hear or see.
I know.
That's not what comes to your mind. I mean, even though I'm not from here, but just what I know about it, and what I've heard.
What people think of when they think of Harlem.
Exactly, is us.
That's the grocery store that Spencer works at.
Lincoln Market.
Mm-hmm. Worked at. That's Harriet Tubman.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. On Frederick Douglass Boulevard.
Right. Cool.
There's another statue of Frederick Douglass. 110.
These streets just look so cool.
These are brownstones. They're referred to as brownstones. It's the same thing as a town home.
Mm-hmm.
They just refer to it as brownstones.
Because it sounds better.
I don't know. I don't know why. It just is. While we're in the car, I will take you. Well, you know what? We'll stop first and get your clothes.
Okay, thank you.
And then I'll take you to where our fathers grew up.
Oh, yes, I would love that. Thank you so much.
And then I can drop you back on the other side so you can take a look. projects. This one right here.
This is their building.
This one right here.
Wow.
Because it has a little ledge on the back side of it. And he said one of his friends fell out the window there.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. And didn't die.
What?
Nah. I can't see it from here because the sun is in my eyes. But yeah, it's that one.
Well, that is so cool that I get to see the building that my dad grew up in and that grandma used to live in. Wow. And it's still there.
Yep.
Look how pretty. Wow. The stained glass is really something. Yes, indeed. Okay, so you are
Ponzi P. What up, y'all? It's goody.
taking us on a tour of, what did you call them?
Huh?
The
hubs. We're going
The
to the
hubs. We go into the hubs, but first he's going to take us to see just around this part of Harlem, and we are getting the guided tour today. What y'all want to do? I'm good
Oh,
either
you want
way.
to keep walking?
You said keep walking?
Yeah, walking. Keep walking, all right.
Just get everything. All right.
So typically that screen and these two screens, they have it where it's the come out 3D.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They made it.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I found this bag.
Oh wow, how much is that though?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Probably means I'm not gonna buy that one. Minnesota, what you want?
I'm not pissed. Here we go. Jackson. Who's first? Here we go. Jackson. Two-man action. Two-man action. Here we go. 2, 1, 2. Let's go. Boom.
Oh!
All the way from Russia.
Hey!
Make some noise.
Yay!
You're right, you're right.
Yeah! Oh! Nice!